Yeah, I got to have coffee. I'm sorry. It
It's my go-to.
yes. Yes. It wakes me up and all that stuff. I ain't got coffee, my day don't go great.
I I hear you.
So how was AVNs? I was looking at your feed. That's how you went to the white party and all that. Cause how was
Mhm.
AVNs this year?
It was wonderful. All I did though is make the AVN white party.
Mhm.
The other days I had tickets for it and I just got busy and I didn't end up going to anything other than the white party. And me and Angel Graves had a great time.
Oh,
Got to
that's
meet a
my
lot of new people.
homie, Angel. She'd have been on the show a couple of times.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I've met her a couple times before, but this is the first time that we actually got to sit down and talk more than just for like 5 minutes. And we've been roommates, housemates, and traveled together a couple times. But I never. We were always in and out at different times, and so I never really got a chance to talk with her. But this
Mhm.
time we got to connect and hang out, and it was super fun. And I love her to death. She's a sweetheart.
Yeah, she's just so nice, and her smile is so infectious.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So shoot,
Yep.
so Richard, when they because AVN usually that's where a lot of people conventions in a convention, a lot of people that way they take the time to do a lot of content because you
Hmm.
get the opportunity to bump into people you may not get to bump into throughout the year. So who's some
Exactly.
people that you get that you work with over the weekend?
Mr. Sticks, Alfonso Lays, Mars
Ooh.
Black, Alfonso Lays.
She said it twice.
I got
That's
to,
my homie.
yeah,
That's my brother. Now that's my brother. You know he's a wild boy, but I love him to death.
yeah, he's awesome. Great scene. Had a lot of fun. He had a cameraman. Loved him too. We had a little interview as well. It went really good. I shot with Two Tone X. He's based
Yeah.
out of yeah. He was really good. Um, who else did I? Tremor Mike. I worked with him. I just got done shooting with Jay Playhard. Um,
Yeah, we know
so
about Jay. We know about
yeah,
Jay Playhard. Yes, sir. Shouts out to
yeah,
him too.
absolutely. And then I have one more shoot later on tonight, and that's with Craig Doc,
Word.
Mr. East
Yeah,
Coast.
yeah, because it's like people sometimes stay a day over
Hmm.
just to continue to shoot
Hmm.
before they head home or what have you. And two, also, well, unlike most years, because it ain't, I don't think it's snowing in New York. Sometimes you get stranded out there because
Facts.
of the weather on the East Coast. I didn't see that happen too many times. God dang.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. It doesn't happen too much down in Florida and the panhandle and stuff, but yeah, East Coast and up and down. Well, there were storms. A lot of people got delayed and
Yeah.
they didn't even get to come in until, late. And so staying the extra day in order to try to catch up on some of the stuff that was missed because of the delays from weather really helped.
So how did you like organize your shoots and all that? Because I from my experience, when you do conventions, whether it's ABN or Exotica, you try to book ahead of time because
Hmm.
one, you want to make sure. Well, one, you want to make sure because people shit get filled up quick,
Yes,
and two, you kind of overbook yourself just in case someone flakes or can't make it. So how did you go
exactly.
about booking your shoots for the ABN?
So I started reaching out in November, like before Thanksgiving, and I was like, "Hey, are you going to AVN?" And people that I wanted to shoot with that I hadn't had an opportunity to shoot with, I reached out and I was like, "Hey," and they were like, "Yeah, I'm going," or "No, I'm not." Um, Jordan Wright, I reached out to him. He was like, "Yeah, I'm not going to make AVN this year." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." I was like, "I get it." Hectic Desires, I reached out to him. He goes, "Yes, I'm going." But our schedules didn't work, so we weren't able to work together. But I started like back in November, and I literally just made myself like Friday,
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and I just kind of filled up. I tried to shoot for 3 per day,
Mm-hmm.
um, just for overbooking, and I didn't want to
Yeah.
be too overbooked and then running late and all that stuff and travel time, depending on if we were going to be shooting in my location or I would have to travel to their location. So I just wanted to give myself plenty of time because
Yeah,
AVN, this is Las Vegas, and
yeah.
traffic is
It's a
insane.
must. It's a
Same
beast.
thing. Yeah, same thing up there with Exotica.
Mm.
If I had to travel, like say somebody wanted to shoot, but they're based in New York,
Yeah,
I'd have to travel, and with traffic, 5 miles
yeah.
might take you 2 hours.
Oh yeah, I trust me. At the times I traveled in New York, the Zaga that I did go to in New Jersey, man, it took a lot just to go from the hotel to the convention. We won't number 15 minutes away.
Exactly.
That's why
Exactly.
everybody get their hotel closer to the convention.
That's right. That's right. That way you don't have to deal with it.
You can walk.
Um,
There. That's the beauty
if
of
it's
it.
yeah, if it's not too cold. My
Oh, it
thing
will
is
be
that they
cold.
should have Chicago. They should have Chicago in July where
Uh,
it's nice, and
yeah.
then Miami's in April
Hmm.
so that it's nice. but
Yeah.
but what do I
Miami in
know?
July when it's just actually just uncomfortably hot.
Yes. Yeah. I was
Oh,
like, that doesn't make any sense. How about switching those 2 dates? And
I was
then
saying.
New Jersey can be hit or miss because the first year that I went to Exotica, New Jersey, it was like 65, 70 during the day, and 50 at
Yeah.
night, so it wasn't too bad. And then the next year, it was frigid cold. So
Yes.
yeah, like last year was frigid cold. So I was like, well,
So with that being said, hello smokers. How y'all doing? And welcome to the Smokers Lounge. You know who I am. I'm Captain Officer of a Champ, aka the Porn Rap Star. Find all my links with one link. allmylinks.com/porn rap star. Three sponsors, people. Y'all know who they are. First one being the Facebook of the LS community, lsworld.com. Next up, the House of Dope magazine of the game, rossizzlemagazine.com. And last but not least, award-winning, award-nominated. They give you voiceover with their smut, and they even have a virtual reality side of their website. I'm talking about none other than blusherotica.com, so go subscribe. We're a proud member of the GW District Black Podcasting Network. So go over to shopgwdistrict.com and shop and buy something. Why don't you? Also, check me out 5 days out the week in the mornings at fullswatradio.com. Also, find me on skyhawkafterdarktv.com as well as the BGP LLC app. Now I'm going to sit back and let this gorgeous, sexy, beautiful brunette, freaky, and nasty, with a gorgeous smile. And if you look at you might realize that even though she don't look like a milk, she actually is. Introduce herself. Go ahead, baby.
hi, I'm a Hollie Huntress. I am a MILF, not a GILF yet.
Yes.
Maybe in the future, we don't know. But I am a MILF. I'm a hot wife, cup holder. I've been doing it for a very long time, and just got into like actual content creation in like the last couple years, thanks to Jay Playhard. He kind of introduced me to the lifestyle, and I was like, "What's that about? Let me see what this is." And so I was able to go and check out a content house, and I sat back and I watched and I asked questions, and I started doing some research, and I was like, yeah, I might want to do that. That sounds like fun.
So
So
you got introduced to the game by Jay Playhard.
yes, yes, he's the one
Yeah.
who introduced me. He had a swingers party,
Mm,
and I attended one of his swinger parties, and I was just chit chatting, and it was like the first time we met, and it was
mm.
relaxed. And I was like, "What do you do?" And he's like, "Oh, I make porn." And I was like, "What?" I was like, I didn't know anybody that made porn. And so I was asking a bunch of questions, and I was like, I wonder what this is about. And so I was curious, and then I was like, no, that's not for me. And then I was like, no, tell me more. And it was just intriguing. So my adventurous spirit kind of took over, and then I got invited to the content house, and I got to sit back, and there was no pressure. I would only have to do anything if I didn't want to do anything. I didn't have to. If I wanted to, then I had the opportunity. If I felt comfortable and safe, and that's what's the name of the business. And I was like, okay. And I really enjoyed the people around me, and I felt comfortable around the people around me, and so I was like, yeah, let's shoot my first scene. So
Oh.
I did, and it was amazing. Um, that was with Ace Hearts. Didn't
Ooh.
get the didn't get the pleasure to shoot with him this weekend because our schedules didn't align. Yeah, there was that, and then just having some
So
fun
you
in the
was
set.
already in. So you was already in the swingers lifestyle before you got in porn.
Yes, yeah. Well, swingers is not because I play solo. I'm married, but I play solo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So really, how can I put this? So y'all have like a relation, a marriage that
Yeah.
you're allowed to play, but he ain't worried about
Yes. There's no he doesn't want to participate.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. But see, the beauty of it is I always tell everybody, um, it has to be a balance, and y'all still have a balance because he still have the option to play if he choose to. He just choose not to.
No, he chooses not to. Yeah.
Mhm.
He chooses not to, and it's just the dynamic of us. So yeah, it's
So you really get to have some fun because you ain't got to worry about nobody looking over your shoulder.
yes, but I supply all the goodies to him.
I'm pretty sure he probably want to hear all about it. But like, what? Okay, how
Oh,
many things did you
absolutely.
do last
All
time?
weekend, all weekend, I've let him know.
That would be me. I'm like, all right, I want to hear all the tea, baby.
Exactly.
How big was it? How big was it?
How many times did you come?
Did you
Are you
squirt? Did
having
you
fun?
squirt?
Exactly. Exactly.
So your first shoot now, Jay Playhard, so people understand, is he's an established male talent. So a lot of
Hmm.
the guys that's going to be at this content house is established.
Right.
So you were a rookie walking in to a room full of vets. So,
Yes.
and your first shot was with Ace Hard, who I interviewed
Hmm.
my first year. So
Oh,
let's talk
wonderful.
about it. Um, how nervous was you for this first shoot?
I was excited more than nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I was a little nervous too, but it wasn't runaway nervous. It was like, "Ooh, this is going to be exciting."
Mm-hmm.
He felt it was completely like natural. I just enjoyed it. Um, my first scene was a cuckold scene because so I was talking to the camera. My cameraman was none other than Killer Cram, Big
Killer.
Mac. Yes. And so his camera skills and his demeanor is just knowing that that third person was in the room.
Mm-hmm.
It can be scary, it can be intimidating, but he just exudes like this confidence about his skills,
Mm-hmm.
which basically makes him blend into the background. Like he's an afterthought. Like
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it. It's magic. He's amazing. And so it was just very comfortable. I just enjoyed it and had fun.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, because a good you have cameramen and then you have porn cameramen. And you have the average cameraman cannot shoot a porn
Right.
because you got to be there and not be there at the same time.
Exactly. And that's Killer Cram. That's what he does. Big Max, he's there but not there. It's not intrusive. And
Mm-hmm.
so like he's you're doing your thing and you're in that moment, not really paying attention to anything else. And but the camera's there and
Mm-hmm.
he knows exactly when to zoom in to full,
Yeah.
come out, and never obtrusive or in the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's just seamless. Like very little editing on his part. There
Mm-hmm.
was no like cut other than just like intro, the
Yeah.
first little part where you're like, okay, one, two, three, and you're filming and you get those like one, two, three,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like, yeah, like the little snap thingy. Um,
So you might go off on a quick little tangent. So you say
yeah,
you are a cuctress. So can you explain
cuckoldress.
to people what that is so my smokers can understand?
Okay, so cuckolding is an 18th century term that's really started coming into you're hearing it more and more in the vernacular. It's where a husband allows his wife to have other male partners
Mm-hmm.
because the can't satisfy her sexually, and he wants the female to be satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have to. even though I am a cuckoldress and I cuck my husband,
Mhm.
oh, he definitely knows how to get me off, good, because we've been together for so long.
Yeah.
So I don't have that issue of him not satisfying me,
Mhm.
but this my I really enjoy black men of color. Like it's the color contrast that turns me on. And my
Mhm.
husband is white, um, American Indian actually, and
Mhm.
so it's just that he wants me to be pleased, and so
Yeah.
with him wanting me to be pleased,
Mhm.
that's yeah. So I deny him
Mhm.
and please myself. He enjoys me being pleased, and I get to
Mhm.
please somebody else.
Yeah, and what
Flip
people
a
realize
win.
is, yeah, people
Yeah.
realize cuckold is a part of the BDSM world because they're
Mm.
somewhat of a submissive to a certain
Yes.
thing. And recently, they was using the term with Adam 22. Adam 22 is not a cuckold; he's a stag because a cuckold never joins in.
Mm-mm.
Just make that clear. They never joins in. A stag eventually does.
Right.
So, period. So it's kind of like I just hate when people just get the damn terms mixed up. God was like, he's not a
Yeah.
cuck.
Yeah.
No,
No.
he joined in.
Yeah, that's Stag and Vixen
Yeah,
is that dynamic where that
yeah,
they join in. But no, he's never there uh,
yeah.
other than vicariously through my videos and whatnot. Maybe in the future, but
Mhm.
um, no, it's just me.
I think he wants the after effect, not why it's happening. Because sometimes a cuck don't want to be in the mix because he might be afraid that he'll mess up the synergy, the energy between you and the bull. I'm gonna say bull motherfuckers
Right.
because that's what the fuck that person is. The dude is.
Yep.
They shit to do with racism. They're just what it
No.
is. BDSM term. So that's part of the reason why he probably do that. You
Yeah,
know.
you don't want to interject that third party that's just like a voyeur. Like if you're
Yeah.
just have somebody there being a voyeur and just watching,
Mhm.
you might get kind of that, and it would change
The
the
dynamic.
dynamic between me and the bull, and
Yeah,
so
because it's
keeping it
different
more
between you.
natural.
Yeah, it's different between a porn star and a regular dude. A regular dude can't handle another person in the room.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You know, period.
And the reason why I've gone into the content creation versus because for years and years and years it was individuals, and I would have to do lots and lots of vetting, and
Mhm.
I'd have to get to know them and whatnot to get to that level of comfortability. Whereas in the porn industry, in the content creation, because everybody is so focused on maintaining health,
Yeah.
safety, respect, dignity, like asking what are your boundaries, what are what do you like, what do you not like, where do you want me to stop, is there something that you want me to do versus not want me to do.
Yeah.
All those questions are up front, and a lot of people don't understand that,
Mhm.
and I didn't understand it until I was able to sit down and observe it firsthand
Mhm.
and realize how much behind the scenes there is to creating a 15-20 minute scene, and
Ah.
and the stuff that goes into it. And you might get it in one take, and that's when there's great chemistry and great cameramanship. If I can say that correctly.
You said it right.
But there's sometimes when, if you have just a static cam, you have to,
Yeah.
okay, cut, we need to move here. Cut, because you
Yeah.
need angles, you need visuals for your whoever your audience is, that's you're
Mhm.
marketing to you, so you have those different things and people don't understand that. But health and safety and all of the behind the scenes is what keeps me now in this lane, and makes
Mhm.
me feel more comfortable working with content creators, because at the end of the day, if
Yeah.
they're trying to make money off of it, they're going to be safe, and my health is first and foremost, and my
Yeah.
safety.
Yeah, because see, I ain't gonna front. I'm jealous because I don't know where in Florida you necessarily live, but Florida swinging is off the chain. I'm in North
Yep.
Carolina, boring ass North Carolina. There's not much swinging up here.
There
There's
used to
not much
be.
swinging, if any.
Well, in Fayetteville, they had You Know Where. That was an on-site place.
Yeah, I think they closed it though.
They did. They
They
did.
closed it because
Yeah.
Spit Queen, my one of my co-hosts in the Premium Smoke Room, y'all already know what that is. She used to go there every
Mhm.
weekend, and then they
Oh,
shut it
okay.
down. And I was like,
Yeah.
right when I was talking about coming to Fayetteville to check it out, I said,
Yeah.
"Ain't this about a blip?"
Yeah. I went there a couple times with a couple friends of mine, and we enjoyed ourselves. Um, but swinging is much different because you almost have to be in a group. Like it's hard
Yeah,
to meet to come into a group and just like, hey,
yeah.
hi, I'm here, like a new person. They
It's
kind of
kind of
stick with the
like
no.
it's like, especially the ones like it. This is what I hate because I love Fat Life. Don't get it twisted. But what I hate is when I get hit up by a couple, and it's always which I already know is gonna be the husband. But
Typically,
my biggest worry is you talking to me, but do your wife even know that I'm talking to you? You
right?
get what I'm saying? And it's
Hmm.
like finding, especially me, because I'm in the cuckold.
Right.
I've been a bull on more than one occasion. I would love to find me a couple that I could do that with. And it's like it's hard to find someone that's actually truly serious about the shit.
Yes, they
You know,
talk it, but they aren't. They don't live it.
yeah, because it seemed like more of, and this is what, and I'm talking to many bulls about that. It's the husband that has the time to be the issue because it's more him that getting turned on about it, but he don't never consult the wife.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? Because even with me, I'm the kind of person, okay, I'm talking to you, but at some point I'd like to know that your wife is actually interested, you know? So it's kind of like, yo, that's why sometimes I wish I didn't live in North Carolina. But then again, it is what it is. So, but yeah, but like I said, yeah, because at least when you dealing with porn stars, it gives you a little bit of comfortability because you know they
Mhm.
walking in one clean. And
Right.
two, also many of us understand she might enjoy fucking us on camera, but that don't necessarily mean she gonna fuck us off camera.
Exactly.
Versus in the real life, you might run into an issue.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So shoot. So how often do you film to keep up with your content?
Um, I am still building my library and whatnot, and so I do put out something. I try to
Mhm.
as I have a lot of content that I can't put out because um it was made just for me and
Yeah.
the hubs before I got into
Mhm.
content, and I don't have release forms and stuff like that. So I've got a lot of stuff. I just can't put it out. Um,
She
but
said she got
I
a lot of
honestly,
practice.
yeah. But I try to go to the conventions, and I do a lot of it just at those events, shoot
Mhm.
houses. One, because you get a lot of people together, and you can really turn out a lot of content in a very short amount of time,
Mhm.
and it's actually more cost effective.
Yeah.
You don't have to put out, you shoot 8 scenes, but you don't have to put out 8 scenes in 8 days.
No.
You can space them out, so it just makes it more less travel and stuff because I'm a trad wife. Like
Mhm.
outside of like when I go to my events and stuff and when I'm shooting, I'm trad wife. Like I get up at 5:30, I cook him breakfast, I cook him lunch, and prepare his lunch while he's getting ready, taking a shower and stuff. And
Mhm.
I manage 5 properties and take care of the chickens and
Excuse
get
me.
the yeah.
Good old country girl. That's sexy.
I If I had more land, I would have more animals. I'm not a
You sound
city
about like
girl.
my wife, but that's what she wants, a damn farm with a bunch of damn animals. I said, oh my God, who gonna be cleaning all that shit
Thankfully, my chickens are easy to take care of.
though?
I don't. Yeah, they're super easy. But,
Mhm. Oh my goodness. So shoot. So when do you do like solo content? Do you do custom videos? Do you webcam any of that?
I I tried to do X Panther or Sex Panther.
Mhm.
Just no, it's not
Ain't
for
your cup of
me.
tea.
It's not my cup of tea. I'll do a custom, like I did a custom foot video. A fan paid for a pedicure, and then he tipped me pretty well, and I did like a 10-minute little completely clothed foot video, and I just talked shit to him in the camera, and I was like, okay, great.
Yeah, because a lot of girls don't get into the fetish side of things, which now is part of the course. You need to have some
Mhm.
type of fetish within your repertoire, your porn, and what. So, what fetishes do you dibble dabble into?
um I like stockings. My husband loves stockings, so I wear them all the time for him. Uh, I talk cuckold trash. Like I can talk humiliate, like look into the camera and imagine that that's the cuck,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe do a blowjob scene with a dildo or a sucker or whatever, and talk. Don't you wish you could have your dick sucked like this? No, you're a pathetic cuck. You don't deserve that. You don't deserve my pretty little mouth on your cock. I could do humiliation.
Ooh, she turning me
I
on
could
at
talk
this
like
point.
I could talk some trash.
Yeah, because that's the other thing I love women that I film with that can actually talk trash while we having sex.
Hmm.
Because it makes the scene better.
Oh yeah,
The action and the back and forth or what have you and stuff. And who was the best trash talker you worked with so far?
I did a scene with Killer Cram and Jay Playhard, both of them, and we shot about 2 hours of the content, and it was like a tag team effort, and then sometimes it was both at the same time. Um, but they would say like, "Ooh, you dirty little whore." I'm like,
Mhm.
"Uh-huh, I am a dirty little whore." Yeah, that was good. That
Oh
was
my God. I knew that was fun like a mug. So with the filming, because when you
Mhm,
shot your first scene and your
mhm.
first couple of scenes, did you realize, well, before you did the scenes, did you realize how much work it take just within the filming? And what I mean by that is, like I tell people, and in the words of my girl D Siren, we are sexual athletes because some of the positions are not comfortable.
Mm-mm.
Some of the shoots is long. You talking about no AC, hot lights, and her ass in Florida.
Yeah.
She was just in Vegas. You know how hot it gets. I don't give a damn that it's winter. It gets hot
Yeah.
sometimes,
Yep.
you know. And also, you just can't let your girl self go for so much because you got to be mindful of the camera. So, how much walking in? What was your preconceived notions of filming before you did that scene?
I I I just I was natural. I let my co-star, my talent kind of guide the
Mhm.
it was like a dance.
There
I
you
let
go.
him just kind of lead me, and
Mhm.
I just followed. I was comfortable with him. He did amazing. I had never been picked up like with my legs over somebody's arms and like bounced while he was standing up. That so I was a little scared. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm, I'm too fat. He's gonna drop me. I'm
You'd be
too." That's
surprised a
what my
man's
girl.
sure he's horny.
Yeah, exactly. He picked me up like a champ, and I was just like, "Wow,
That's something I
that
could
was."
never. I never did in my 15 years of filming. 'Cause I was like, look, y'all ain't about to throw my back out.
And I was afraid that I would hurt him, and
Mhm,
he didn't. But I trusted him
mhm.
in his abilities. And again, it was the dance. I let him lead, and I kind of just followed, and I just the connection, the vibe. I don't shoot with everyone, and that's because if we don't click, then that click doesn't come across the camera. I really want when I do shoot a scene, I'm not just acting. It is a little bit of acting, but it's because I'm enjoying the person I'm with.
Mhm.
And then anything that we do is going to come across as authentic because it is.
Yeah. But see, the thing
I
about
mean,
it is, you're doing content trade shoots, and I
mhm,
talk about this all on time on the show. There's level of shoots. You have your content trade shoots. You're talking to a guy that was independent from day one. I never went to Hollywood. I never shot with a professional company like that. So a content trade shoot is easier to do than a paid shoot, not because of how many people in the room. No, I get to talk to her and fill her out and get to know her before we shoot. So
Mhm.
all ice is broke. Versus you going to a paid gig, you got 15 to 10 minutes to get to know her, to build chemistry for a shoot that y'all got to do in front of all these damn people.
Right.
Period. So
Yep.
it's kind of like you being doing the content trade, you have a better chance of getting chemistry and a better shoot than that you would of a paid gig. Because also, you know who the fuck you fucking when you go to content trade.
That's
Paid, you
right.
don't have a clue who the male talent is.
Exactly. Exactly. And you build up a repertoire, and you talk within the industry. Hey, I know you shot with this person. How are they? Did you enjoy yourself? And you make
Yep.
friends and you trust their judgment and you build a library and then, oh, let's do this or let's do this scene. So yeah, it's really about chemistry and um, all the little extras, like the dirty talk. Like if we're doing a specific skit,
Mhm.
that's the illusion part. That's the acting part.
Yeah.
But the actual fucking, like,
It's actually real. It's actually real.
yeah, it's real fucking, and we're having a good time. We just may throw in some dialogue
Hmm.
for the specific setup.
Hmm.
Like for example, I shot my first girl scene. Just two girls, me and another person, was
Girl on
Vicky
girl
Verona.
relationship. Yeah.
Yeah, Vicky Verona, and
Ooh, yeah, I like her.
yeah, she's awesome. We played up the babysitter aspect. Like
Mhm.
I was the mom, and she was babysitting my son, and I came in, and so we had a great time. And
Mhm.
we played up the babysitter scene, and that was the part that was fake.
Mhm.
But us having a good time with each other, that was all real because there was
Mhm.
chemistry there, and I wanted her to be pleasured, and
Mhm.
likewise to me, because then it's real.
Mhm.
So the fake stuff is just like the dialogue and the quirky sayings, but the sex should be real.
Yeah, because into the point where because like I had this conversation with different talents, or what have you, is that because everybody asks that question. Well, they really fucking? No, they faking. If the dick going in the pussy in the mouth, that's not faking. It's like wrestling. You can't fake a chair shot for so much.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
you know, so have you had a situation where you had to work through a shoot? Because not every shoot is easy.
Right.
Sometimes
Uh,
and
there
sometimes the
was.
guy may not be up to the woman card. How do you work through that?
I did have one shoot that was that way, and it was, bless their heart, male talent. They have it a lot harder than women talent. Just saying, because you have to stay hard. You have to continue that athleticism. It's a full body workout. Like I get the pleasure of being on my knees or on my back, or I don't have as much full body energy that I have to
Yeah.
use. Whereas a man has to hold you up, move you in position, all this stuff. Um, and at the end of the day, after doing several shoots, it's a little difficult. So I did have one talent that kind of at the end of the day, we are like, okay, let's shoot. And he just wasn't up to the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
But I made it so that I had the camera in front of me
Mm-hmm.
in my face, and then he was from behind, and so he was hitting it from behind, and
Mm-hmm.
I was acting at that point.
Yeah.
And you never saw the side long stroke that the
Mm-hmm.
typical. So it was me just like looking at the cuck in the camera and
Mm-hmm.
talking shit, and I'm like, oh, this feels so good. Uh-huh. And then after it was all finished, he was like, I am so sorry. I was like, honey, it's okay. It's quite
Oh,
all
trust me,
right.
we are embarrassed if we can't get it up. We
Well,
hurt.
of
We
course,
go
but
through.
I'm older. I get it. I get it. I'm not going to be embarrassed. I'm not going to put you on blast. Shit happens.
Yeah.
I get dry. I can't help it. Even though I've hydrated all day long, I get dry. That's why I'm lube. Can't
Yeah,
help it.
because like I said before, we're filming, so it's not like we're fucking. It's a difference. When
Yep.
you're fucking, you don't have a camera in your face. You're not thinking about angles. You're not thinking about looking at the camera. You know, I keep telling people sometimes these ladies don't have orgasm on set because they're so focused on the filming. You know,
Right. They're focused on
yeah. In order to orgasm, you got to let yourself go, and
Mhm.
sometimes you can't because you busy trying to watch the camera. Trust and believe, I didn't kick the camera, headbutted the camera. Sometimes God got some bitch right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
And
well,
I'm a klutz, so that would be me.
I was like, I be
Kneeing
getting up.
somebody in the balls. Yeah. Or no, switching positions and kneeing my talent in the balls. And then they're like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh my God, I never had that happen. The most I ever happened was I caught a cramp. I didn't have that's my I catch a cramp real quick.
Yep.
And it's always the missionary. It's always the missionary. Never the dog off the side. It's the missionary. Because we on our knees and this, you just feel that damn cramp come, but you can't stop.
In your ass, right in your ass. And you're like, oh, my hip flexor.
Oh!
I get that when I ride. Sometimes I'm like, and it's usually right before if I ride if you see a cum shot from me and I'm riding, but more than likely, like 99%, that one's real because I can move in the right position and I'm like, oh. And when I get my cramp, it's usually right when I'm getting ready to go. And I'm like, oh, I can't. Oh. Yeah.
See, I love a woman that love to ride dick. I'm sorry. Because to me, that to me my favorite orgasm position for a woman. Because she'll stop and you just see the ass shake on camera.
Yep.
And you be like, why she stop? You see the ass shake, she coming, what have you. So
that would be the same shot for a guy emptying his balls.
True.
When they're contracting.
See, people don't be paying attention sometimes when they look at the video and stuff. Because they like, because to me, seeing a woman orgasm on camera is a beautiful thing.
Yes.
It is beautiful. So I take it, do you do anal?
I do not. I haven't found that much. Yeah. It doesn't do anything for me. Huh?
I said, did you really need to? I'm just saying, I'm just joking.
No. I mean, it's a fair question. Everybody has their limits. It's not my thing. And honestly, I don't like my pussy eaten that much either. It's never been one of those, oh, eat my pussy in hours. I would rather suck a dick. I enjoy that.
That's why male times like her. Because you hear a lot of girls complain that the dudes don't eat pussy. So you are the girls, you ain't gonna get that complaint out of us. You're gonna be like, nah, I don't need to eat the pussy. Just pull your pants down.
I mean, if they want to do it for a little bit, okay, great. And they can do it for a few minutes, and I'll work my way through it.
It's just not something that turns you on, or is it that some of these motherfuckers don't know what the fuck they're doing?
Maybe a little bit of both. Maybe a little bit of both. The ones who can do it really well, you can tell for me because my legs will start going like this, and I'm like, oh. Now I won't be able to come from it, but my legs will be flopping like electricity's going through them. So, yeah.
Yeah, because for me it was the reason why I ate the pussy was to get her revved up.
Right, exactly.
Whether she come or not, me eating that pussy turns her on. Especially you know what the fuck you're doing. Yeah, fellas, it's called eating pussy, not literally eating pussy.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of these guys kind of don't know how to do it. No damn. Trust me, I can tell, goddamn. Some of y'all motherfuckers, y'all be killing it.
Yeah, exactly. It's sort of like when you, for a woman when she gets her pussy eaten, a 66 Chevelle. You gotta pump those brake, pump that gas, and you have to crank it, and she's not gonna start up. You just gotta keep doing it, but not to the point where you're gonna flood the engine until it cranks. And then once you crank it over, then she's like, okay, I'm ready.
Yes.
And you got to let it idle for a little while too before you back out or take off, because them old ladies
Mhm.
like a 66 Chevelle is they need to be warmed up.
Oh no, definitely. And see, too, also what I hate about this day and age in porn, we lost the sensualness,
Hmm.
the sexiness. You know what I'm talking about, because we probably close to the same age bracket.
Hmm.
The porn that we grew up with, there was kissing. It was
Hmm.
somewhat romantic. It was sexy.
Hmm.
You know, I told somebody the other day, I said up until probably mid 2000, I didn't never see nobody get face fucked.
Yeah.
And I told everybody, there's nothing sexy about a face fuck. I'm sorry. It's just not. Unless you're doing it slowly.
Right. Because it's sensual, you
Yeah.
know? Like when I like sucking cock. When I suck cock, it's more like I want to make love to it. So I'm going to lick it. I'm going to use my fingers. I'm going to use my nails. I'm going to use
Yeah.
my teeth gently. I'm going to change
You
up
got dick.
speed.
God damn, made my dick jump. She said that. You know, I'm gonna tell you, you got to have great skills to be able to suck dick with teeth and make it feel good. Some of y'all girls
Yep.
don't know how to do that.
Yep. But you make love to it and you want to give all those different sensations and uh, playing with the balls. I mean, that's important too. You know, don't leave out the balls.
Yeah.
And then the whole entire groin, inner thigh, that's a play area too. Come on, ladies, you use your nails. Real,
Oh, I used
just
to love a
be
girl doing, while she sucking my
sensual.
dick, she'll be scratching my inner thigh. Man, that shit
Yep,
makes oh God.
makes your balls jump.
And
Makes
don't
your
forget
balls
to lick
jump.
the tooch. Don't forget to lick the tooch.
There, every now and then, a little tongue down there, provided that you're clean.
Yeah, cause I laugh at dudes. I'm like, I'm sorry, like motherfucker be talking about rimming. I love being rimmed. I'm sorry. That's a beautiful thing. I'll spread eagle for that. I don't give a fuck.
There you
I'm
go.
feeling my manhood.
I I actually did a scene, a rimming scene. This thing was yeah. So
Shit,
rimmed a couple of times.
that is beautiful.
It's all clean. I'm good to go. Taken care of.
So do you do gangbangs?
I do, but I'm not. I'd rather do it with like a couple girls and
Yeah.
then like have a couple guys and then just in and out. But we're all tested, obviously, all
Mhm.
safe. Um, but honestly, I kind of like just one on one. And the reason being is
Mhm.
that I can give 100%
Yeah.
attention to that other person.
Mhm.
Whereas if I have multiples, um, it's not my best quality because I'm having to divide my attention, making sure that
Yeah.
both are pleased at the same time.
Mhm.
So, um, I mean, I don't mind them, but
Mhm.
they're not like I don't go out and seek them as my
Mhm.
first go to. I would rather do a one on one scene so that what I'm
Well,
doing
to
is
be to be honest with you, and it's the reason why I said earlier, do you need to? Not everybody needs to have. Not everybody's into gangbangs.
Mhm.
Two, you're not necessarily. It's how can I put this? You don't need to do everything. You
Right,
just need to do the things that are great that you're great at. Not every girl is great with a gangbang.
right.
Not every girl is great with a threesome scene.
Hmm.
Period. So you need to know what works for you and make it work.
Hmm.
To me, like I tell anybody, it you don't want to be pigeonholed or as they call, I'm about to say stereotype, not stereotype, typecasted. Because you have a lot of
Typecasting.
girls that got a whole bunch of gangbangs.
Hmm.
Guess what? You just
That's
killed
all
your
she's
stock
gonna do.
value with that gangbang because now it's a gangbang. Oh, okay, whatever. And then you wonder
Right,
why the gangbang scenes are not selling.
right.
you know. But I always said this: the one scenes that always will win you is role play boy girl scenes
Hmm.
because you're giving them a story with the sex.
Right.
So to me, you don't necessarily need to do anal. You don't need to do gangbangs. What you're doing is just fine and it's working because let's be honest, the big companies barely even do gangbangs.
Hmm.
Barely. At the most,
Yep.
they might do some anal, but they don't
Yep.
really do gangbangs like that. The most they might do is guy, male, male. threesome, male, male,
Right.
female threesome, female,
Mm.
female, male threesome. You
Right.
know, period. So with you, because when have you done a paid gig yet?
Oh yeah, I've done a couple of shoots with Desperate. That's
Okay,
my only paid that I've done.
okay then. And
And
how did
yeah,
they shoot?
Jay out of Desperate is
Did they shoot Hollywoodish or contentish?
good. More content-ish. He just lets it roll, and you just get on the bed and you do whatever you want. And he doesn't say cut or anything. You just go.
Word.
Yeah.
See, I wish I could have did that. Not in my day, goddamn. You went to Hollywood or one of them big companies. Okay, I need 5 minutes of blowjob. Okay, stop.
Yeah.
Then they want to do the steals.
Right.
Then you got to do another
Right.
position. It was just, that's why I didn't
Yeah.
go Hollywood. I rather just control the action myself.
Yeah.
You know,
Desperate doesn't do that. You kind of get introduced, luckily
mm-hmm,
I shot with Jay Playhard, my first Desperate, and
mm-hmm,
it was because I knew him. It
mm-hmm,
was it was easy,
mm-hmm.
and yeah, Jay from Desperate said, I'm just gonna roll the film. You guys have fun.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
just like a third person just filming. We just
Mm.
got paid. We didn't get the content. Desperate gets the content, and we were like, cool.
See, that's how it's supposed to be. There's no such thing as paid collaborations, ladies and gentlemen. There's no such thing. I know. Y'all know I talked about that, where that came from, but I digress. Y'all go back a bit to
Wouldn't
the
paid
episode.
wouldn't paid collabs be more like escorting in a sense?
Yeah, actually, because see, the reason why I say that there's no royalties in porn. Let's make this clear. I'm gonna say it again. There's no royalties in porn. Either I pay you and I keep everything because I'm paying you for exclusivity.
Right.
That the scene's completely mine. The pictures are completely mine. How the fuck do I look? In any business, have you ever seen somebody, for example, even in rap, when the rapper pays the producer for that beat, you think he give that beat to anybody else? No.
Nope. Nope.
When the producer paid the feature on that track, you think he let him get a copy and let him put it out? No.
No.
So the same thing in this. If I pay you, I keep everything. If you want content, we can shoot another scene for content. And
Right.
see what ended up happening was content creators brought that damn concept in. And content creators are the ones that made that so because a lot of these motherfuckers don't understand the business. And that's the problem with a lot of these content creators. They're just coming in watching, not learning what the business is.
Hmm. Or they think they can be content creators and they don't know anything about creating content.
Oh no. Oh no. We see a
So
lot of that. That's why it's more garbage porn out here than it ever was before.
anybody can shoot porn. It's does it sell?
That's the
Is it
point.
quality? And
Yeah.
I'm older, so I'm about quality over quantity. The stuff I put out, I want it to be good. I don't want it to be trashy. I don't want it to be subpar. Um, I have a certain kind of image, and I mean, I
It's
don't
not a brand.
necessarily, yeah, I don't want it to be like polished to the point where that it's like the big industry.
Mhm.
I want it to be amateur, but I want it to look good, and I want to
I
produce good
mean,
stuff.
if you want to be technical, you do look industry. See, the mistake that people make to correct you. First of all, you're no longer amateur. Let's cut that the fuck out. You done shot with Jay Playhard, Ace Hard, and Mr. Sticks. You lost amateur. You lost amateur that day.
I've been blessed.
Yeah, we called it amateur porn star or pro amateur porn star. What that means is they're not ABN. They haven't shot with an ABN company. They might even shot with a company. It's different between shooting with a company as an independent versus ABN. Everything is based off of ABN.
Right.
You feel me?
Hmm.
Meaning what made the pro it is that you shoot like a pro does. You know what I'm saying? Just like semi-pro, he's still pro. He just ain't in the pro league. He's in the semi-pro
Right.
league, which means he's one step down. You
Right.
feel me?
Right.
So what content creators are technically what that is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And to me, you still shoot on a pro level. It may not be with a major company, but you're shooting as if you are a major company, because I'm
Because I'm
sorry.
shooting for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the fact of the way that they see you and you introduced to the world is the way they need to continue seeing you. Hands down. Because you hear about some of these musicians and rappers and singers who they came in, they were hot, and then they drop an album. Everybody was like, "Man, this shit is garbage. I can't believe it." The reason why, because we heard your first couple albums was banging, and then you gave us some garbage.
Right.
And trust me, never underestimate a porn fan, the intelligence of a porn fan, because if they see you did garbage, you lost a couple of fans. And
Absolutely.
so shoot, so it's kind of like with you, like, cause like you said, you more about the quality over the quantity. Is that with the promotion too?
Of course. Of course. And I don't make as many scenes as some other talent.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but when you see my scenes, they should look pretty good. And I want them to look good. Again, I want quality over quantity. And I'm not going to be producing something every week.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, I'm a trad wife. And that and you know what? A lot of people are just like, oh, she's just a normal person. That's kind of sexy and hot too, because
Yeah,
and knowing that I can get freaky. It's sort of like Lady in the Streets,
yeah.
freak in the sheet
Freaky sheets.
kind of thing. And
Mm-hmm.
so there's that mystery too.
Mm-hmm. Oh
So,
my goodness. Yeah, I'm just gonna say this. If you ever do another Halloween or anything, you should do what's my girl from Gilligan Island? The brunette. Because you look like her. Not Ginger Ann.
not
What's
Ginger,
not Ginger
Marianne,
Marianne. You should
the
do a
country
scene
girl.
as Marianne. You should do a scene as Marianne because you look like her. I'm
Oh,
sitting
that
there,
sounds
it just
good.
popped in my head like, man, I could love to do a scene with her. And she was Marianne and we was on Gilligan's Island.
Gilligan's Island. That sounds great. That
See, I
sounds
be
like a
taking
fun
people
thing to
jewels
do.
on some scenes out this piece. That why I need to get back into my
Exactly.
director's bag. So now coming in, because did you think your age was going to be a handicap coming into porn? Did you even realize that that's where porn is at? That it's all about the older woman now?
Um, yeah, I was a little concerned. I was like, no one's gonna watch me. I'm an old lady. And they were like, no, they like Mrs. Robinson. And I was like, really? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I've shot with I'll be 53 in June. Um,
Get the fuck
and
out of here. Stop.
yes.
Stop. Come on.
Mhm. I'll be 53 in June.
Bro.
Um, I have a soon to be 33-year-old son and
Mhm.
two daughters, 22 and 18.
I know they think y'all sisters.
Yeah, I've actually when I go out to dinner with my son, if it's just me and him, oh, they think I'm the girlfriend. I'm like, no, I'm the mom.
See, no, but that's why I said 40 and 50 look totally different now than when I was growing up. Them women look 40 and 50. Now y'all got dang it, I can't tell the difference from 20-year-old to the 40 guy dang. For real.
Well, I don't look like I'm 20, but I could probably pass for 35,
You can pass the 28. You can pass
maybe.
the 28 seriously. Seriously. I done seen the 28 ones that I was like, well, I'm thinking in my mind they 40. Not saying they look old, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
it's kind of disparate. You can't tell Holly anymore. And then they'll
that's
be like,
true. That's
no,
true.
no, I'm 28. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah. I've had 18-year-olds hit me up, and that's too young for me. I can't. I like the upper 20s. That's about the lowest that I'll go. Because yeah, an 18-year-old, come on now.
Oh no, hell no.
I'm
It's
gonna
like
have
I
to
mean
teach you.
I filmed with an 18-year-old when I was in my when I was 30s, and I did one with an 18-year-old when I was in my 40s, but that was work. But
Right.
personally, hell no. It got to be
Yeah.
28 or better for me
Yeah.
to fuck with.
And I think 18-year-old women are different than 18-year-old men, young men. Uh, is totally different mindset, and I think that has to do with maturity level and whatnot. And I appreciate the outreach from them, but I have to politely decline. I'm like, "Oh, I appreciate it, but no, I can't."
So, because I always said this, I said, because we always hear about a woman's prime.
Mm.
I said, y'all need to get off of that woman's prime is her 18, her 20s. No. Her prime is when she at her sexual peak, not when she can have babies, motherfucker.
That's
You know,
right.
to me, it's like, and I know you've seen it too. A lot of girls have been breaking into porn, been getting OnlyFans, has been women in our age bracket from 35
Hmm.
to damn even 60,
Hmm.
period. And it's like the young girls, they have it, but here's the difference. They don't have longevity in the game like the older women. Why is that, in your opinion?
Um, because the younger age, they're in it, they're making money, and that's all they're worried about, and they're hung up on uh, the now.
Yeah.
Whereas older women, their confidence is increased. They know who they are. They know what they want. There's less flip flopping, wish washy kind of things, and so they exude that maturity
Mm-hmm.
on camera. And so we know what we like. We're older,
Mm-hmm.
and we're okay with saying no. We're
Mm-hmm.
okay with um, telling telling people, "Huh, I'm good, thanks," because we
And
have the
two,
opportunity.
and more importantly, we lost our shame. We
Yeah, because
don't
we're
give a fuck
like,
no damn more.
yeah, yeah, I don't give a fuck. You know, you
Yeah,
want
because
to
you in
say
your
shit about
20s,
me?
you worried about what mama thinking, daddy thinking,
Yep,
what this person think. When you get to our age, not mama might not even be here, or daddy, God bless the dead. And two, you done had kids, been married. You like, you know something, man, fuck all this shit.
that's right. Exactly. We all do it. We all have sex. We all have
Yeah.
desires. And everybody, there's a niche for everybody.
Mhm.
My mantra is legal and consensual.
Mhm.
Have to meet those criteria. Anything that past that, yeah, we got issues. But
So,
legal and consensual.
so you and your husband, 'cause I got to ask this question. You and your husband, who suggested the swinging?
It started off as him.
Mm. How did you take the conversation at first?
Uh, Traditional women's role. I can't do that. I'd be cheating. Because women are raised differently.
Yeah,
They have different standards, and it's always been that men are. It's okay if men have multiple partners, um, and women not.
yeah.
And yet, women are still sexual beings.
Hmm.
And if the men are having sex with other people, well, who are they having sex with? Other women.
Yeah.
So
And you
it.
thought that did you think that he didn't want you anymore? Did you think that you wasn't good enough sexually? Because there were a lot of times what girls could go with immediately if we say, why are we getting the swing? Oh, you just wanted a reason to cheat on me.
But it wasn't that he wanted me to do it. He's like, I don't want to be with anybody else. He goes, I'm only for you. He goes, but I want you to be pleasured. Because I always had a thing that I always like black guys. So he wanted me to be pleased, and he
Uh,
suggested it. And that was way back during AOL dial up. That's how
God
long ago it was.
damn.
I told you I've been in the
You did
lifestyle
say
for a very
AOL.
long time.
She would, dude. She was with BBC before BBC was BBC, niggas.
Because that's how long I've been in the lifestyle. And it wasn't something that started off. It literally was me, him asking a request, and me wanting to please him at the
Mhm.
beginning, even though he knew that I would enjoy it too. And I
Yeah,
did. I'm not gonna lie. I did.
you'd be foolish to think otherwise.
It was afterwards, then my female guilt,
Yeah,
I was like, oh my God, I've cheated. I'm tainted. I'm,
yeah.
all those things, all those insecurities that women grow up with. I had those. And what it ultimately did is it made us stronger, and we had communication.
Yeah.
Because when I came home, he was like, "How did it go? How did you have fun?" You know, and I'm upset, crying, and he's like, "Are you?" And then he stopped. He's like, "Wait, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Oh, you're gonna hate me. You're gonna leave me." You know, all those insecurities. And then he's like, "Wait." He goes, "Stop." And so then we communicated, and that's what really brought us together, is that our communication skills have
Yeah,
been
so you got to communicate.
the best. And
Yeah,
so if you don't communicate, you can't stay in a relationship. And that's the reason why we just celebrated 26 years married,
congratulations.
32 years as a couple. I've known this man since I was 10. He's my best
Hey,
friend.
now that's sweet. That is sweet. Cause like I said, it's funny because shout out to Bella Diablo X.
Mhm.
Same situation. Her husband brought it up and said, "No, I want to see you with a dude." You know, which it's like normally when the dude brings it up, it's as a threesome or it's him and you.
Mhm.
Was you shocked when he said, what was more shocking? The fact that he said he wanted you to do it versus him saying he in other words, was you expect in that conversation, was you expecting him to say him and you, not just you?
No, because it was always me. I Just the fact that he was like, "Hey, I really want you. I want to see you do this." And I was like, "What? What? Really?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "But," and then we talked about it. I was like, "Ugh." And he kept hounding me. And then trying to, back then,
Yeah,
it's hard to find somebody. Like now, it's
yeah,
so easy to hook up. There's so many more options with the
yeah.
social media, the platforms that we have now. It's much
Mhm,
easier to find like-minded people,
mhm.
and they were always there. It
Yeah,
was just a matter of the communication, and finding those like-minded individuals in an area. So, uh,
yeah.
but they've
Cause
always been there.
see, and Mr. Huntress, I salute you. You're a man of my own fucking heart, buddy. I'd love to meet you one day.
Amazing. He's the
I told
best.
the same thing about her husband. I said, tell your husband I like him.
Uh,
He's a man after my own heart because that's how I am.
he's
It's like
amazing.
because my wife was in porn. That's how I
Mm,
met her, and I enjoy watching her get fucked. You know,
yeah.
it turned me on. You know, period. To see her being pleased and stuff,
Mhm.
and of course we in an open marriage, swinger and all
Mhm.
that. She even asked me, "Have you found someone to work? You know, the fuck?" And I'm like, "No, not yet, because I live in Durham. It's boring as fuck. No one, the average vanilla woman is not gonna fuck with me because I truly believe that women enjoy fucking a man who's married and the wife don't know versus she knows. Which I'm like, wouldn't you want dick with no complication? Because I think some females get off on the fact that the wife don't know.
Well, I was that person. I was that person. What's even better is going to dinner,
Mhm.
and me and Hubs knows,
Yeah,
the man knows,
yeah.
but his wife, and we're sitting across the table, and the wife doesn't know, and all three of us out of the four are sitting there smiling with the
She don't even have a clue. I could roll your
you,
ass and husband
and we're
ass to watch the video.
and but it was completely like, that little secret that we all
Yeah,
knew, but she didn't know, but we never let it on. And it was never about drama. It was never
yeah.
about changing somebody's life. I wasn't changing my position. They weren't, I'm not trying to change theirs, but
Mhm.
it's a big turn on. It
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. A woman was honest with me.
was
Thank
a
you.
big
That's what
turn
I'm talking
on.
about.
It was a
Y'all know
power
you
trip.
boy when the woman don't fucking know because it's a turn on to it and it's somewhat you have no clue what I'm doing to your damn
Mhm.
husband.
Exactly. That's what's going through my mind. I'm like, oh, you know. So and if you think about it, like, I'm not trying to be a homewrecker. That's the
No,
reason why I would never discuss it. And I'm like,
no.
I'm not, no drama. I'm not trying to change my position, like I just said. But if she asked me, and like came to me and like caused drama, I'm like, don't talk to me. You need
Talk
to
to him.
talk to him.
Yeah.
You need to talk to him, because I'm not about the drama. If you're trying to bring drama to me, you need to talk to him.
You already know our lifestyle, motherfucker. It ain't my fault he wanted to test it out.
That's right.
Maybe you need to join in. How about that?
I don't know how many times people have asked me and sent me Instagram messages. Usually they're guys.
Yeah.
How can I get my girlfriend to be more like you? And I'm like, you can't.
No, you can't.
And if I could clone myself, I would. But
Mm,
my whole journey has been an evolution. Like
mm,
it started out very, irregular, and I did it in the beginning, and then I grew into it, and then I started seeking my own pleasure out, which I knew that Hubs would like because he would get the benefits of it and the other
mm,
person would get the benefits of it. And once I got to that point, then okay, then it started progressing.
mm,
But it's not like that. And you can't get an 18-year-old girl to be like me
mm.
because this is 25 years in the making. It's where I'm at now.
And here's the kicker that people don't understand. Y'all at the point in your marriage where y'all comfortable with each other and you know each other, and that
Hmm.
circle is strong. See, that's where the
Yeah.
mistake that a lot of couples make. You can't
Yep.
jump in this lifestyle and y'all communication and y'all circle is not strong, because then guess what? Everybody get jealous, but the key is not allowing the jealousy to overtake the
Yep.
whole situation.
That's
You
right.
know,
Absolutely. And
yeah,
communication is key.
yeah. You can't get mad at your wife because she got down at the swingers party and you the one took her. And I'm gonna ask
Facts.
you again: do you really want people to talk about your wife is whack in bed, or do you want them to be impressed with her skills?
There you go.
Me myself, I rather for her to be impressive. Because if my
Hmm.
wife was whack in the swinger party, I was hearing motherfuckers saying, "Man, she can't suck dick. She can't take no damn." I'm like, babe, we got to work when we get home. You embarrass
Yep.
me. You embarrass me tonight. I told you to deep throat it. I told you. And with women, you damn, what the fuck? You couldn't eat the pussy better? They were saying you couldn't get your dick or you eat the pussy. They said you whack. I can't take you nowhere. Oh my God. So I done held this lady up here for an hour, people. And y'all know she got to come back. So I got to ask her the $1,000,000 question.
What's
Miss
that?
Huntress, can I call you a smoke buddy?
Absolutely.
Say no more. She will be back here on the Smokers Lounge. And we're gonna bring that sexy ass to the premium smoke room on loyalfans.com. That's right, on loyalfans.com. 5 premium podcasts, 3 sexy co-hosts. Gets more unpredictable, gets more wilder, gets more candid, gets more honest. The tits might come out, dildos might come out. You don't know unless you subscribe. So with that being said, Miss Hollie Hunter, tell everybody where they can spend money on you, dog.
You can check me on MiniVids. I have some videos up there. I also have OnlyFans um, at Hollie Huntress. And I'm on Instagram, Hollie_Huntress. And yeah, I'm on X. So, and
Ooh,
my link is in the bio. So all my, Cash App, if you want to tip me, if you want to ask for a
cash
custom,
that.
Cash App's on there. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah, no doubt. So y'all heard it. Y'all know what to do. Go support. Go spend money. And if you see her at the conventions, give her a hug and a kiss from me. You feel what I'm saying? Say it from the
absolutely.
smokers down. So with that being
And I
said,
don't charge for photos. So you can come up and say, can I get a photo? And I'm absolutely happy to get one.
oh my God. See, that's what I'm talking about. So with that being said, you know how we end these shows all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience? If you haven't learned anything, smoke this over. Say goodbye to him, Miss Huntress.
Have a good night, guys. Nice chatting with you.